Hi, this is Andrea Schulman again, and in today's Law of Attraction video, I'm going to answer a viewer question on the Law of Attraction and parenting. But first, if you're watching this video on YouTube or on my website, please make sure to subscribe because I do put out new Law of Attraction videos every single week. Also, if you're watching this video on YouTube specifically, please be sure to tap the bell and turn on your notifications so that you see these videos as soon as I put them out. Let's go ahead and talk now about the Law of Attraction and parenting. All right, so before we get into this video, I don't know if you can hear this yet. I'm assuming you can, but there's kind of this noise in the background, and it's just a funny little Law of Attraction story because I was gonna shoot this video this morning and got everything set up. Got the camera plugged in, hit the play button, started, and literally before the words came out of my mouth, I heard this noise outside, and it was really, really loud. It's not as loud right now, but it was really, really loud this morning. And I look outside, and there's this True Green truck that's out there spraying the lawns next door. And I'm like, you know what? Just not a good time to do it. So I went out, did some stuff. I went to the gym. I did some other work. It was nice and quiet. I'm like, okay, it's time to start the video again. I come plug in the video, I go to hit start, and I see the same truck roll in and plug in right across the street and start going again. I'm like, oh, Law of Attraction for you. So whatever you resist persists. So we're gonna go ahead and just roll with the video, okay? But in today's video, I wanted to address this question that I got from a viewer on parenting and the Law of Attraction. And I do get a lot of questions about parenting and the Law of Attraction. And a lot of times, parents are very interested in figuring out how they can apply the Law of Attraction so that their children live healthy, flourishing lives, okay? And I think that's great. And I can very much relate to the question because I am a mother and I've had a unique journey with the Law of Attraction and parenting because I had my daughter, my first child, before I knew about the Law of Attraction. And the way I look back on parenting her pre-Law of Attraction days was that it was kind of a horror show. Like when she was a toddler, she was insane. And anybody that remembers my daughter from when she was a toddler, she would race out into traffic. She was totally crazy. I had absolutely zero control over my child. And when I had my son, I had just learned about the Law of Attraction and was still pretty green in it. But I could see that there was a shift in the parenting between the two children. And as they've gotten older, understanding the Law of Attraction has really helped out the dynamics in my family quite a bit. So here's the information that I think is most useful when it comes to parenting with your children and the Law of Attraction, which is like with all things, your children are a reflection of your inner world. And this is the grand illusion that we're all working with, is the idea that we're all separate and that we're having an individual life and the people that we encounter are having an individual linear life. But we actually live in a quantum field, okay? So meaning that each person that you run across is multifaceted. They are multidimensional. They have many different lifetimes in many different ways. And the version of your children that you lock in with directly correlate to your expectations and your vibrational state when you run into them. Now, I know that's like kind of a far out idea, okay? But just bear with me, okay? When you have an interaction with your child is going to line up with you. You're gonna co-create the experience with your child, okay? So if I have very positive expectations for my son or my daughter, or if I think that things are going well for them, or if I believe that they're talented, or if I believe that things are working out for them, then that's the experience that I end up having with my child. If, by contrast, I am projecting fear on my child, meaning maybe I'm scared that they're going to get sick, or I'm scared that they're going to have problems, or I'm terrified that they're going to be bullied, or I'm worried that they're going to make mistakes, or I'm concerned that they're going to make me look bad. If I'm projecting any of that on my children, then the version of my child that I interact with is going to reflect that fear back to me. And I can see that very, very clearly because when my daughter was a toddler, I was petrified of looking like the mom who couldn't control her child. And that is exactly what I had going on to a T. The thing of it is that you can shift your expectations of your children, and you can choose to look at your children differently. And that's, if you really want to have the experience of joyful parenting and watching your relationships with your children flourish, watching them grow in a really wonderful way, it's very important that the way that we look at our children is very much colored in with the idea that things are working out for them, and that we are placing definitions on what's going on in a positive way. Okay, so for instance, if your child is struggling in school, the automatic assumption is to project probably fear on that situation. She's gonna fail, maybe she won't get into college, etc. Okay? But if a situation like that were to emerge, using the law of attraction, the more beneficial way to address it is, how is this working out for my daughter? So my daughter fails a test or fails something, and I look at it, so you know what? This is a great opportunity for her to learn how to apply herself more. Or this is a great sign that this particular area of study isn't her strongest suit. So now we're a little bit closer to knowing what her true calling is, okay? And so whenever things happen that are negative with your children, the best thing that we can do is find a way to label positively on those things, so that the image that we're projecting on our child is that things are working out for you, everything's going well for you, you're growing, you're flourishing, everything that's happening is helping build your character, helping build you into the person that you want to be. Now, going along with this, it's also really important to remember that, again, your children are just a reflection. And we have this experience of them being very separate and having this one experience. But really, the relationship that you have with your child is really your choice in how you're going to co-create with that child. Are you going to co-create with that child on the level of, we're having fun, things are working out well for us, this is a fun adventure? Or am I going to co-create with the child on the level of, I'm terrified things aren't going to go well for you? We need to be worried about you. We need to be stressed out about you. And those are different choices that yield very different results with the children. But here's the thing, both of those realities exist. So there's a reality where you have this very positive and fulfilling relationship with your child, but simultaneously, there are other realities where you don't. And so this isn't a judgment on parents who have created negative situations with their children, because truthfully, those things have to exist in the field of the infinite. But if you want to have a different experience, or if you want to have the experience of your children kind of moving through life in a way that's very much like watching a flower blossom, if that's the experience that you want to have, then that's how we want to be defining everything that happens to them and how life's turning out for them, rather than projecting our fears, our worries, and our limitations on the situation. Thanks so much for watching today's quick law of attraction video. If you've got a question that you'd like me to address in a future video, go ahead and drop it below in the comments and I will consider it. Also, if you'd like to watch some of my longer law of attraction tutorials, I do have a database of 30-minute plus videos in my membership website. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check out the link below. Again, please do remember to subscribe and to turn on your notifications. And of course, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.